So I have great members from our team here today. We have Heather Call, who lives in Georgia, and we have Karen that lives in Shelburne. Actually, Karen's lived in so many places. She has tons of information and insights for us. But we're going to talk a little bit about where we live and some of the local knowledge that you might want to know if you're interested in Vermont. My name's Cole, and I live in St. Albans right now, and our main office here is in Burlington, so we know a lot about here too. But let's start with, why don't we start with you, Karen? I know you've lived in many, many places. Tell us a little bit about what you love about Shelburne and why this has ended up being a place that you keep coming back to.
Shelburne has friendly people. It's a really small town, and everybody knows everybody. And once I left and outfitted the dry cleaners for the whole winter, I went back in the summer, and they said, well, you've got a $35 storage charge. And I said, oh no, oh, okay. Well, I'll just take that storage charge off for you. It's not your fault.
Oh, that's
That's my classic Vermont story.
Nice.
Everybody's so nice and friendly.
Yeah.
But we like Shelburne because the schools are good, the quality of living is wonderful there, and it's just a classic Vermont small town atmosphere.
And how about you, Heather? You've been in Georgia for a while, right?
Yeah.
You are thinking about purchasing a home here soon, right?
Yes.
Will it be in Georgia or would it be somewhere else?
Oh, no, definitely Georgia.
Yeah.
So I volunteer with the school. I have 4 kids, well, blended family. And so I'm on the PTCO board.
Okay.
And I get to
What's that mean for people that don't know?
It's Parent Teacher Community Organization.
Okay.
So we do all of the events for the school. We just did an Easter egg hunt. I got to host the talent show, which was on hiatus after COVID.
Yes, nice.
And so brought that back. I got to chair that the second year in a row. I've heard from other moms that there's no community like Georgia.
Yeah.
We also have the Georgia Market, which is well known for their fundraising that they do for many local charities. And I also love that it's a farm town. There's lots and lots of animals.
Yeah, that's where my wife's family, 7 generations, in Georgia farms.
Oh wow.
And they have one of the roads that's like named after their family name.
Yeah.
And so it's a lot of people like that have like really helped cultivate the land and make it what it is. St. Albans, where I'm from, I grew up there. I was born in that hospital, which is a great thing about St. Albans. It's got one of the nicer hospitals that's not UVM in this area. So I was born there, I grew up there, then I moved to Burlington for a little while when I was a chef and lived downtown and lived a little bit of a crazy life, playing music and everything, being a musician. But I moved back, and that's really where I like to be. One is the prices are like half as much as Burlington for what you get, both in the investments that I have and the actual home that we live in. And it has a lot to do with what you were all saying of it being a little slower pace, very friendly people. Obviously, that's a balance of amenities too. How far do you have to travel for amenities? But with the interstate there, you're to Burlington in 30 minutes, 35 minutes from St. Albans, and as long as you're not too far from the interstate access.
Yeah.
And it's not that we have nothing up there. We have some decent amenities. We have a movie theater. We have, a little downtown in Main Street that has some nice shops. We have a Walmart, right?
Yeah, you got parks and the lake.
We got parks, lake access, lots of
What
cool
about
things.
Maple Fest?
And Maple Fest is coming up too. Yes, if you have not been to Maple Fest, you got to check it out. It is, it's just really, really good food, a celebration of maple syrup, which if you are a sweets fan, you got to try the sugar on snow, which is literally just hot maple syrup poured on shaved ice.
Yeah.
All kinds of maple candy, and then they have all the common fare foods too. So definitely got to make sure you're hungry when you go there.
I should say a little more about Shelburne. We actually have two wonderful attractions there and more.
Yeah.
But the two I'm thinking of are the Shelburne Museum.
Oh, yeah. Love that.
Which you could easily spend a day there, and they have historical and art exhibits and camps in the summer for kids. And
What's the most famous historical exhibit there? Do you know?
I believe it must be the Ticonderoga.
Right.
It's
That's so cool.
a steamship from
Yeah.
a couple centuries ago.
And it's just sitting on the lawn basically, and you can get right up in there.
You
and-
can
and on
climb
it.
around and
Yeah.
look at the crew quarters and
Yeah.
everything. And then there's Shelburne Farms, which
yeah.
was a model farm back in the Gilded Age.
Yeah.
And you can tour everything there, including the house where some of the Vanderbilts lived.
Yeah.
And you can stay there at the inn in the summer, and
Yeah.
the children can pet the animals at the farm
Yeah.
and collect eggs.
Yeah.
So
And the cheese
We
maker.
actually brought Theodore out there for his first time, and you ride on the little hay wagon from the parking area through the orchard out to the farm, and it's amazing. It is like a blast from the past. You can see them making the cheese and where the animals are, and there's amazing walking paths
Yeah.
through all of that area too. Yeah.
in the winter, they give horse-drawn sleigh rides.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh,
See.
yeah. Now I need to check that out.
I know.
I know.
I've lived here all my life, and I still learn new things
Yeah.
like that. And another interesting thing about Georgia is that it's so your kids are younger now,
Yes.
so they're in the younger school system,
Yes.
but then once they get older, they're going to have school choice, right?
Yes. So actually, my I call him my bonus son.
Yeah.
He is graduating this year. We had transferred him from Burlington.
Mm-hmm.
Because he has school choice, he's able to go to BFA, which
Yeah.
is in St. Albans,
Yeah.
and it's an academy.
Yeah.
So it's a world of a difference.
It is, and then I've also even talked to clients of mine that when they were in places that had school choice like this, that they were able to send their kids to like nice private schools. Like I had one seller client said that they
Right.
ended up sending their kid to Rice, which is not cheap, and it was basically covered because of the way that the credits and
tuition.
everything
Oh,
worked
that's
out.
great.
So that is, for people that are out there looking to, settle into a new town, if you have kids of that age, it's something to definitely take into consideration.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So what else do you think somebody would want to know about the town that you live in that would come as a surprise or you wouldn't normally think?
When we first bought a house in Shelburne, our house was out on Shelburne Point, which is a
Okay.
peninsula that goes out into Lake Champlain.
Yeah,
And the community has its own beach, has its own boat dock, has its own
Nice.
tennis court. And so we felt like we had a private beach. I mean, it
Yeah.
belonged to the neighborhood, but
Yeah.
so that with really nice views of the lake and the Adirondack Mountains across the lake. So that was a big attraction.
Yeah. There are some very beautiful sections of Shelburne. Like even if you're just driving down Route 7 and you're heading into
yeah.
Shelburne, you have that one when you first leave like South Burlington and you're coming down the
Yes.
hill, you look over and you're like, oh my God, this is so beautiful.
Gorgeous.
And there's many places like that when you turn right by the Shelburne Museum.
You see the whole Shelburne Bay.
Yes.
There's a lot of houses right along the bay
Yeah.
there. Some very expensive and some not so much.
Some just kind of
all different prices.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, if it's on the lake, it's still pricey, but it's not as pricey as it's not multi-millions.
You can get under $500,000.
That's right. That's right.
Where I live now is particularly Vermontish because it's a condo development that was built right in the woods.
Yeah.
And there are walking trails all around it, and people and their dogs go off into the woods on all these walking trails. And the homes are, I would call them rustic contemporary,
Yeah.
and you really feel like you're in Vermont.
Because it's all stained wood exteriors with
all
glass.
with the cathedral ceilings and skylights.
Yeah. It's very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
So Georgia actually has a pretty big lakefront community as well.
Yeah.
There's Georgia Shore Road, They have a couple of seasonal camps
Yeah.
out that way. Some adorable little beach houses.
And some really nice homes
Yeah,
too.
some really nice homes that are year round as
Yeah.
well.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, actually, my better half's family has as I was saying, many generations they've been there. They built an old camp, old now, on Georgia Shore right there. So that's like where the whole clan, the whole family goes. Every summer we all spend time on Georgia Shore. It's beautiful. It's also, a lot of times you hear, how the lake can be clean or not so clean. And I would say that that's one piece that's really positive for Georgia Shore is there are sections as you get up into St. Albans Bay that they've gotten a lot better, but they still, during algae bloom season, they can get a little not as desirable. But Georgia Shore is most of it is more open lake
Yep.
and a good currents and it stays a lot cleaner. But yeah, you can't beat it in the middle of summer. We get our couple of months of really nice summer when the lake is warm and you just can't beat that. I'm looking forward to it. I'm ready.